I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all sounded like a dream. Remember how you kept on laughing, now you're trapped in your own skin. The anxiety growing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Studios, the Boar's Nest, and the CBRS Entertainment proudly bring to you from Nashville, Tennessee, the Smackdown Security Detail. I am OMD, he is Chris Best. And what a show we have lined up tonight. How we doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, but I'm a little confused at what I'm looking at in the ring right now, because we are looking at Hardy standing in our ring right now.
Well, that's because we are in Nashville.
And okay, so we're starting off with a friggin' bang right now. There was a reason why he's in the ring. A phenomenal reason. Yeah, I thought you would have been caught up. I apologize.
I've got Hardy on the mic, so. I thought they might start with this.
He is looking friggin' jacked still.
Yes, he is. And the fact that he is dressed to compete right off the bat.
Yeah. But that's the other thing, too, is when we were wrestlers, didn't matter if we were told. If we were just making an appearance at a show, we were told to bring our gear just in case.
Yep. If I was going as a fan, I had my gear.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my gear was pretty easy. T-shirt and jorts. That's what I wore. So.
Oh, so you were John Cena.
Before John Cena. Because I wore the jorts before he did.
Yeah, mine was pretty easy, too. It was loose-fitting track pants and a T-shirt. Loose-fitting track pants and a tight-fitting T-shirt.
So we could have looked like anybody downtown in our city if we would have passed off as fans.
Yep. But who is AJ facing? Well, we know he's on the mic, so let's sit back and listen to what he has to say.
Of course, my cat decides to turn the TV off on me by stepping on the remote, so I'm missing a little bit right now.
And my signal's buffering as soon as he gets the opportunity to stop.
I like what I'm seeing right now. This is getting interesting. Let me know when you've got the end of the promo there.
Literally, LA Knight was trying to wrap up when you told me to let you know.
So, I didn't have this on my radar for AJ Styles.
Me neither. I didn't know what to expect for AJ Styles.
But I'm happy with it.
Me too. I was almost ready to anticipate a returning Shinsuke.
You know what? I wouldn't be too opposed to him either. Entering like this United States title picture, because we kind of need that list of contenders, right?
Yeah.
We've now got Andrade, we've got Mello, we've got AJ. Adding Shinsuke to that mix would not be a bad move.
Yeah.
Just trying to think who else would we add to that. I mean, you could potentially add Jacob Fatu to that list as well.
Yeah, but I think they're really trying to fast track Jacob Fatu against Cody.
I get a feeling that might be a Saturday night's main event type match if they go that way.
I'm trying to think of who else is out from SmackDown right now that we haven't seen in a while.
The only person on my mind is Nakamura. I really wouldn't mind seeing him back. I know he's off nursing up some old injuries because, let's face it, when he came in 2016, he really didn't have a lot of time to rest him for the injuries he did have.
No, he did not.
And I wouldn't mind an LA Knight Shinsuke Nakamura U.S. title match.
I'm going to suggest one, and this would be a rather quick call-up. But what about maybe bringing up Ethan Page?
I've always said this: if you lose the NXT title, then you should be called up afterwards. That's just always been my belief. You lose the title, you're getting called up.
Yeah. And I mean, with Ethan Page's experience, he was main roster ready to come when he came to NXT.
And he would benefit very well on SmackDown, considering his buddy Cody Rhodes is there.
Yep.
But we're getting AJ Styles' return match tonight too, so that's awesome.
Yep. And that was a rather intriguing, 15-minute promo. But we know that Mello, if he wins, gets the U.S. title shot. Does AJ get the U.S. title shot if he wins?
I'm pretty sure he's going to ask LA Knight for a shot should he take the win. But I get a feeling that because we're tied at 3 with him and Andrade, I don't think we're done with Andrade yet.
I don't either. Well. I was just going to suggest, do we get some interference from Andrade in this?
Maybe this is where you could have Andrade interfere, and somehow this builds to a fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental or the U.S. title. Because
right. I'm going to throw out another potentially interesting name in here, and it's a name that has long been rumored. But what about Penta?
I wouldn't be opposed to Penta being coming over and doing the thing on his own. But what a feather in the cap this would be for Mello should he get the win. What a feather in the cap it is for him regardless, just having this match.
Right? I mean, and we're talking about a guy that has, faced Cody Rhodes in his debut match on SmackDown.
Yep.
Now he's got AJ Styles. He's had this rivalry with Andrade, and I'm trying to think of who else he's faced on SmackDown.
Well, you could technically say he's having a feud with LA Knight as well, because the fight between Andrade and Mello has been more or less over who's going to fight LA Knight for the title.
Yep. And I find it interesting that AJ said this is about rebuilding his legacy, and we're not seeing Gallows and Anderson. We're not seeing the OC.
I think I'm fine with without seeing any members of the OC because, well, for one, Michin's got a dumpster match later tonight.
Yep, but Michin had already said she was no longer a member.
Right.
That she had gone wrong way.
And I know the Good Brothers have been doing stuff down on NXT, but honestly, I haven't seen them in a couple months down there.
Not this past Tuesday, the previous Tuesday.
Oh, right. But again, that was a Tuesday where I couldn't get NXT, so for me, it's still a couple months. Leeds is coming in saying, "Evening, chaps," and we're clicking buttons here.
We are, because I was just going to do the same thing. Good evening, Leeds. How we doing, my friend?
Glad to have you here, my friend. We're watching. We got a fantastic start to what I'm expecting to be a barn burner of a show tonight.
Yes, because we have that triple threat ladder match for the tag titles.
We've got Naomi and Tiffany Stratton.
And we have a dumpster match.
Yep. And honestly, this is the thing that gets me excited about doing this show here is when I'm doing the descriptions and I'm seeing the match listing. As I'm typing this out, I'm like, fuck yeah, I can't wait to do this show tonight.
And then, I mean, although I'm not around tomorrow, I mean, let's not forget there is the Bad Blood PLE at 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
Yep, I am going to be doing that, which means I got to be up I got to make sure I'm by my computer by at least noon so I can piece together the intro. I was going to do the intro today, but a lot of other things came up that I just had to focus on. Mainly trying to gather some clips for a potential new Saturday Night Gaming opening.
Right. So that was interesting to me because I thought for sure that LA Knight would have gone to the back. Instead, he is sitting at ringside.
You know what? If I was a champion and I knew people were fighting to become the number one contender to my title, I think I'd rather sit ringside and watch the match too.
Yeah. But we also know that now, and I think this is where what you touched on earlier is the four-way, because I do think we're potentially now going to get that Andrade interference in this match. And that's going to make for an interesting tag dynamic, because I'll guarantee you that probably next week we'll get a tag team match out of this. But who do you partner together?
Well, Andrade seems to be he's been a little bit heelish towards LA Knight, right?
He has, but
he was
justified in that.
Yeah.
He's going through this war, this rivalry, and I'm hoping that if they do the best of 7, that's it. That's all. No more Andrade Mello. Because you can't really put them on a team. You've just done the Andrade LA Knight singles match, and I think they've teamed together before.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go to, and of course you can't forget the AJ Styles LA Knight rivalry, would you potentially go to the two best guys in this on the mic for a promo in LA Knight and Mello as a team against AJ and Andrade?
I don't know, because I'm thinking about what AJ Styles was saying and how I've kind of had to take things with a grain of salt with him lately, with what his promos are like. I mean, he could be doing that babyface return here, but he also could just very well stab you in the back and turn villain.
Absolutely.
Because let's face it, everybody who returns from an injury or from a long absence, suddenly they're babyface because we've missed them and haven't seen them in a while.
Right?
So remind me why AJ was missing time. Was he just resting on resting up on old injuries, or
Basically, I think he took some time off after the war with Cody, and then he was supposed to return to SmackDown the same week that Roman did. But then Creative said, no, we're not going to rush that because you don't want to have the two big blockbusters in one show.
Yeah, because one will overshadow the other. And right now, well, Charles, I just got the finish of the match.
Okay. Okay.
I wonder if AJ's playing this up or if this is legit. I think he's playing it up. I think this has got to be some kind of an angle.
You think so?
But regardless, it seems to me, I guess they're giving the win to Mello.
Yep.
And well, Mello's got his title shot now.
I was going to say that's looking a little more. I was going to say that looks a little bit more legit, but if it was what I was thinking, then AJ wouldn't be walking.
No, AJ would have had and I know AJ likes to show himself as a tough guy, but there's such a thing as being smart when you're hurt.
Yep. But I don't think that was the planned finish of the match. I think they had to cut time. Because we are now half an hour in, coming off of that promo and then into that match. We're half an hour into the show.
Okay, so for the umpteenth time in a row, they're showing the football stadium promo between Cody and Roman.
Well, from what I've heard, and somebody posted this earlier, I believe, in the group chat, that this is like the cold open for tomorrow.
Oh no, this isn't the cold open.
No?
No, I watched what Parrish had shown us. No, that one opens up more like a horror film or a true crime kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So, just to give you an update, I am now in the LCS on my show against the Yankees. I'm going to play game 1 later on tonight.
I've started the regular season on my side again with the White Sox, and we are 8-2 right now, I think.
Nice.
About to enter a series with the Twins. Oh.
So, off of that match, because it's seemingly, I was just going to say, are we going to the dumpster match now? And lo and behold.
Yeah, they were rolling the dumpster out for you. Something coming to WWE 2K24 on 10/16/24. And no,
Yes.
it's not the Fiend as a DLC character because you can already play as the Fiend.
Okay.
So it's good, but it's something related to the Fiend, so I'm gonna have to check it out on that day.
It's a Firefly Funhouse match.
That match is already available.
Oh.
I played through it on my 40 Years of WrestleMania series.
Ah.
You actually have to. There's a part where you play as John Cena going through obviously the Firefly Funhouse match.
Okay.
It's the swamp match he had with Braun afterwards. But it makes sense that they're doing this thing with Bray Wyatt on WWE 2K24, given that we are in the month of Halloween. So I kind of expect something with Bray, something with The Undertaker. And I think Papa Shango's in the game. I can't remember.
Nice.
So I'd be wanting to do something with those Halloween characters. Just not what they did for WWE 2K20, where they brought out the zombie characters of zombie variations of wrestlers, because that sucked.
Right.
But speaking of 2K24, soon enough, there is going to be a new My Rice series coming to Turnbuckle Studios. So stay tuned. So how long were you guys stuck out on the island for then?
About 2.5 hours.
Jesus Christ. If I were you, I would have went to that one restaurant everybody's raving about on the island, just hung out there.
We couldn't.
Somebody had to man the truck.
Well, what we were supposed to do was we were supposed to take a right turn to go to where we needed to go. And my partner said, follow Google Maps, go straight. So we did that. And then he tells me where to turn right. I did, and I should have turned around when when it went to gravel road.
Mm-hmm.
And nope, up and over pushing, because I've done it before in that truck, and then boom. The front passenger side tire was in 2 feet of mud. The rear passenger tire was in 8 inches. And we were trying to get somebody to help, and finally we were able to get, finally the boss came out, towed us out, and then we had to go and finish deliveries.
Jeez.
And then I had to go and pick up, just because it was so late, I had to go and check and see if my suit was ready for tomorrow. And then I was nice enough, I gave my coworker a ride home so he wasn't stuck waiting another hour for the bus.
Yeah. You know what I would have done just for the hell of it on this match? I would have hired Duke the Dumpster Drozy to be a special referee.
Yeah, I don't think he's in. I think he's been blackballed from the industry, to be honest.
No, he hasn't. He wrestled last year.
Really?
Yeah, he was in MLW's Battle Riot.
Oh.
He teaches more so than wrestles these days.
But Chelsea coming out wearing Duke Drozy gear.
Duke Drozy was the first wrestler whom I got to high five.
Nice.
That, of course, happened when he was here at the 94 show. I can't recall who he took on that night, though. I wanted to say Bundy, but no, he fought Doink that night.
Yeah.
You know what? I know a way that I can find out. Oh. He took on Bob Backlund. I don't remember Bob Backlund being at that show. You're muted, brother.
I don't either.
But there's another Hall of Famer we got to watch wrestle live, I guess.
Yep.
I do remember the opening match very well. And it's not what it's listed here. Because it was originally supposed to be 1-2-3 Kid versus Abe Knuckleball Shorts, but somebody who's just incredible took over. Now, he wasn't just incredible at the time. He was PJ Walker. Wasn't.
I don't remember him as PJ Walker. I remember him coming as Aldo Montoya.
Yeah, that was the following year. He fought Hunter at that one. You don't remember Hunter being at the show?
I remember Hunter. I thought Hunter took on Godwin.
Godwin did have a match. Godwin had a match that night too.
I know we had a special interview with Dean Douglas, who came out and gave Hunter an A for getting in the ring with somebody as filthy as Henry Godwin.
Oh, yeah. Dean Douglas took on Henry Godwin.
Oh, okay.
I remember it was after that promo because Godwin came out and interfered because he was giving his thoughts. I remember Dean Douglas was giving his thoughts on the Hunter Godwin feud. And that led to, and his statements about Godwin being all stinky and gross and all that led to Godwin coming out and them making the match. But right now, I'm seeing the trailer for the Lego movie you were telling me about the other night.
Ah.
It's called Piece by Piece.
Yep.
I may or may not watch it. I don't know yet. I do like those Lego movies. I did enjoy Lego Movie 1, Lego Movie 2.
Right.
Didn't get a chance to watch Lego Batman yet, though.
Right. I have yet to see a Lego movie, to be honest.
They're a lot better than you think they would be, you know?
Right.
Because just like the Battleship movie, when I heard the Lego movie was coming, I thought it didn't make any sense to me for them to make a Lego movie.
Right.
But when I saw like what they had planned, I'm like, okay, now it makes sense. And now seeing a preview for the new Joker movie, which our friend the Bulkster went and seen recently.
Ah. I have yet to see the first one.
I swear that dude, I swear the Bulkster must live at the movie theaters because it seems like every 2 or 3 days I'm reading on his posts going to the movies.
Well, he goes once a week on average.
Mm-hmm.
From what he's told us.
Okay, so that's more like me when I was in my late teens. Every Friday, we're going to the movies. Or no, every Friday was bowling. Saturday was the movies.
Ah.
I mean, like, how can you pass up $10 bowling out over at Northcrest, right?
Right.
And of course, our group got so large that we had to rent out like 4 lanes. And right now, back to this dumpster match, and honestly, surprises me that Chelsea Greene has the advantage right now.
I'm still in commercial. I'm not. They always come back with the heel in control.
Well, yeah, that's as I said that, I realized that's kind of the standard. What they'll do is they'll leave like either they'll go to commercial with the heel in the lead or the face in the lead, and then they'll come back with the total opposite. I thought that was a botch for a second. That was effortless on her part, on Chelsea's part there. Wait till you see her Canadian Destroyer, unless you already saw that.
Just got it. You literally said it as she was setting up.
That was pretty effortless on her part, not going to lie.
Yeah, it was.
No, so the one thing I'm wondering here, and I'm betting she makes her presence felt, but no Piper Niven at ringside.
So who is hiding under that cover in the dumpster?
I think that's what I was getting to when I said no Piper Niven at ringside. Because there's some sort of a cover in there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh. What are you planning, Michin? Oh. Well, that kind of fooled me. Didn't expect Niven to attack the way she did, eh?
No.
But
wearing what looks to be a beekeeper's outfit with
Mickey, it's like she stole Mickey James' cowboy hat. You caught her little fucking country jig or whatever it was.
Yep. So I still get the feeling there is somebody else in that dumpster.
Wow. Huh. Well, I just got the finish for this match.
I'm just about there. And I got the finish.
If nothing is more definitive than a feud finish than that, I don't know what is.
Right?
And I think the thing that we were seeing there was some sort of a crash pad to protect Chelsea for that maneuver.
Yeah.
Let me know when you've gone backstage.
Good. I'm backstage.
And see, that's why I think this is a work now. I'm leaning more to what you were saying on Tuesday now after that.
What, the Naomi heel turn?
Yeah, that was a bit socially awkward.
Yep.
And not because of Bailey coming in and dancing the way she did, but the way that their interaction were after Bianca and Jade had left.
Yep.
But it's reasons like that that I didn't edit the intro for Bad Blood, because I do have to incorporate. Obviously, Bianca and Bailey are Bianca and Jade are going to be a part of the show because they're hosts. So I've got to figure out a way to incorporate them.
And they've just announced that Naomi is joining them as a co-host.
That's where I was getting at. That's why I didn't do that, because I figured something else was going to come up.
Yep.
So the edit is going to happen tomorrow. It's these things that it's these things I'm learning about when I'm putting together the stuff for the Smackdown detail and the Raw Patrol, to not do anything till at least 5 o'clock.
Right. Yeah, I think after the ceremony, I have to be back at the venue for like 5:30 for supper. But whilst we are in commercial break, it is time for a backstage interview and a locker room visit.
So we're going to switch out while OMD is in his locker room visit. we're gonna switch out our stuff for just a second here. And we're gonna switch it over so that it looks like we're in Turnbuckle Talk for just a moment here. That way we can show you everything that we've got going on right here at Turnbuckle Talk with our new commercial.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we get a variety stream with the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Eastern. Following the game, join us for the Smackdown Security Detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And yeah, you can find all those fantastic shows at all of our various channels here. Just be on the lookout when looking for. Yeah, just leave a like, subscribe to all of that, and you'll see what's going on. Ooh, so there's a new Funko. Oh. So I just seen a small advertisement for something I'm sure Carl would want to get his hands on.
Yes, I am seeing that right now.
Well, so just so everybody out there knows, Carl is a Funko Pop collector. I'm sure you've seen his Funko Pop collection behind him on the Raw Patrol and on Turnbuckle Studios. But there was a Kane Funko Pop figure from the 1997 Bad Blood event that they have released, and I'm fairly certain Carl's going to find a way. What the? Why? What? Oh, or maybe that was a tease. Maybe that was a tease. Okay, that was a tease. Okay. Yeah, did you see them flashing the titles hanging above the ring? I thought the ladder match was coming up next. I was going to say, what? But we've got Bayley making her way to the ring right now on my screen.
Now I'm getting Bayley coming to the ring. No botch on her Tron this week.
Nope, she's not a member of Damage Control this week. She holds a 6-6 career record against Nia Jax. Interesting. Really,
we know that this is going to set up the Naomi Tiffany Stratton match, which will be next.
Yeah, if I'm looking at the time frame right now, we're about 1 hour into the show. I believe that match is next, unless there's been another unannounced match. But let's see what Bayley has to say.
Yeah. All right, so I am at the beatdown. That
Gotta love Tiffy's little slip up in the promo there, eh?
right?
Accidentally called Bailey by her shoot name.
Yep.
Wow. I like that tease. That was a good tease.
Yes, yes, it is.
I like how Niall looked over at Jessica Carr like, what were you going to do about this? And Jessica's like, look, I'm just the referee for the next match.
Yep.
And just as you said, our next match is happening right now. It is Naomi and Tiffany Stratton.
And you know, I did say it last week, and they're going with it. There's not much glow to this entrance tonight. It's more under a black light.
And there's the promotion for ticket sales for the Royal Rumble, which I knew about the ticket dates like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Taking place at one of my favorite football stadiums, but doesn't host one of my favorite football teams. I do like Lucas Oil Stadium. I like the look of the stadium, just not too fond of the team yet. And I'm saying yet because I don't know who I'm cheering for yet. Still,
We're going to week 5.
hey, I'm allowed to. We're not even halfway through the season, so
No, we're not.
I figured about halfway through, I'll have it figured out who I like.
And our buddy Leeds saying great SmackDown so far. It absolutely is, Leeds. It has been a barn burner.
You'll be happy.
This match. Sorry.
You'll be happy to know, since we were on the topic of football, that I did manage to get some AFL football clips for you.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it was because your team had lost. I did a simulation of the game and tried to get camera shots from it.
Right.
I made the mistake of putting the Bombers up against the Brisbane Lions.
Yes, the team that just won the AFL Grand Final.
Yeah. I only picked those two teams because they were the only teams that I was familiar with. I should have actually picked a weaker team so that I can get better highlights. And I only had 1 hour with the trial, not 2 hours like I thought.
Okay.
But I gathered what I can, and I'm going to try and fix it into what will be the intro for your forthcoming show.
Yes.
I just need to get some clips of maybe something from the Miami Dolphins, something from the Denver Broncos, the Houston Astros, and the Maple Leafs now.
Yes. And if we're going to do a little bit of basketball talk, maybe the Orlando Magic.
Maybe, but I'd have to go with an old school basketball game. So I hope you don't mind, because I'm not paying for a new basketball game.
I don't blame you.
Unless I've got the latest one free on my PS Plus. I can't remember if I do or not. I know that there is an NBA game there. I don't remember which year it is. Unless you also have a yeah, well, I've got the in-ring action back. And Leeds coming in saying that was so funny. That was. I mean,
it was.
Chelsea Greene is just, she's comedic gold, man.
She is. She is the female R-Truth. You know, I would almost, as a result of this, like to see a reversion to the type of character that she had years ago in TNA when she was the hot mess Laurel Van Ness.
You just reminded me of something. I got to double check right quick on my Rogers stuff right here. Not leaving the show at all, but I wanted to see something here. Okay. So I finally got the reason why last night on Impact, as opposed to getting a live TV show, we got just a replay of like the best of Bound for Glory. And the reason was is because of the hurricane.
Yes.
They were supposed to be taping in where the path of the Hurricane Helene, that is, had hit. So that makes sense to me now. I had to double check something because on my thing when I recorded it last night, because apparently Game TV also shows new Impact episodes as well.
Game TV shows them on Saturday nights at 7.
Oh, that was on last night too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to watch Impact at 11 o'clock last night because I watched the Leafs and Wings preseason game. And then it wasn't on. There was something else that was on Access TV. So, because I know the Fight Network in Canada was for a long time, and I don't know if that's changed, obviously, with this buyout of Shaw. Fight Network would be about a month behind on the Impact tapings.
Nope, this was the same taping that Game TV was showing last night. They also showed the best of Bound for Glory as well.
Ah, okay. Okay. Leeds is asking, has Josh Alexander left TNA? No, he has not left TNA yet. His contract is up in the new year. And he has already stated he is going to actually explore free agent options.
I know that he's got to wrap up the stuff he's doing with Joe Hendry right now, and I think he has a title shot against the Moose, if I'm not mistaken, coming up. Or no, not Moose. Because Moose isn't the champion. Nick Nemeth is.
Yes. No, Josh Alexander lost the Iron Man match to Nick Nemeth.
Mm-hmm. No, I'd heard somewhere along the line that he's getting another shot or something like that.
I haven't heard that yet.
It was just me getting into a deep dive and trying to recatch up on TNA last night before settling into what I thought was going to be a new episode of TNA.
Yeah, no, they weren't sure what was going to happen. TNA is going to be making up for this. They are taping numerous episodes in Nashville currently. Because they were unable to go to South Carolina.
Yeah, and I heard reports that they did send some NXT guys over there. Didn't specify who on those reports, but we'll just have to watch out for who those were in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
But no, I got myself all excited. And I still was excited because through watching the best of Bound for Glory, they showed the best Bound for Glory matches from the last few years.
Yep.
I sat down to watch it so I can allow myself to get caught up on what's going on TNA. Now that I've got the Fight Network, I can do that. Makes me happy, you know?
Yep.
And and watching that best of Bound for Glory eliminated some of my ideas for dream matches. Because when Chris Parrish brought it up on the Parrish podcast on Tuesday, he talked about people who could potentially take titles off of people, and he presented the idea of Masha Slamovich being able to take the title off Jordan Grace.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, there's a match I want to see, not knowing that it already happened at a Bound for Glory, and I got to see it last night, and it was fucking good.
Yes, it was.
That's the other thing I thought about too, is with this TNA thing, because I know what TNA will do on weeks where they can't show a live event. They'll just replay a pay-per-view. So I'm kind of happy about that as well. But just as I'm happy about this match going on in the ring right now, because this is actually a decent little match. It's actually nice now that thinking that I have access to and I'm going to say the big four because New Japan I count as a fourth major event pay-per-view because it's nice to have that access, as it were.
Right.
With the Fight Network, I can now watch AEW if I choose to, WWE, TNA, and New Japan now. And I did watch New Japan last night as well.
Yep. So I can tell you this for tomorrow night, since you are running the PLE Patrol, your opening match.
Nope, don't tell me. I don't want to be spoiled, dude.
Okay.
I go into these PLEs like a commentator. I don't want to be spoiled on anything.
Okay. No, I have the opener and the main event.
But you know what? Fuck it. I'm probably going to get spoiled anyways. Just lay it on me. Because I'm gonna get wrestling news throughout the day while I'm trying to put things together.
We are opening Inside Hell in the Cell.
I could actually get behind that, to be honest with you, because the way WWE has been doing things lately, they will have the two main events, but one of your main events will actually open the show.
Yep.
It's not like how WWE used to do it, where you can plainly see that the opening match is your lower card guys.
Yeah.
Granted, I say that and then think back to WrestleMania 10 when the opening match was Bret Hart and Owen Hart.
Right.
So that obviously leads me to believe that the main event is the match that I've been saying will main event this show. That's the tag team match. What I find interesting about tomorrow's show is that none of the men's championships are on the line.
Right?
Wow. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that one.
Interesting.
I kind of I thought this was going to end in some sort of shenanigans, to be honest with you.
I didn't think it was going to. I thought it was going to be... It wasn't going to be a clean win for Tiff, but Tiff was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I am okay with the way they finished that.
Yeah, I'm happy that Naomi took the win on this one.
See, and if Tiff would have got the win, it could have sent Naomi and further teased that heel that I think Naomi needs to become.
We'll have to see how everything plays out tomorrow, because I mean, there's still that possibility. And I'm just sitting here watching as we look at the events of last week when KO, Cody Rhodes, and I think Randy Orton was out there.
Yep.
Yeah. All taking the beat down from the Bloodline. I'm also looking at this empty bag and wishing that I bought more of this, but I bought my kryptonite for snacks today, and it's Jack Link's beef jerky.
Yep.
I'm sitting there looking at this empty bag, wishing I bought more.
Oh, man, this guy again? How are we doing, Parrish?
I figure I'd save the audience for only an hour and a half with you. Also, I figure I'd save your phone battery too, so you actually can keep your eyes up here. How you doing?
I'm good. You, brother?
Oh, I'm home.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Also, I got this hoodie for Christmas, and because I was fat, it was very tight, and my goal was to lose weight, so it actually fit well. I can proudly say it fits well now.
Nice.
I am now less fat. But speaking of fat, we have Jacob Fat 2 on our screens right now.
It is time for the trip. You came at just the right time for the main event there, Parrish.
I am. Well, I mean, come on.
You are the main event.
I didn't say it. I mean, not on a lot of wrestling cards I haven't been.
You might as well have been with some of the ones that you showed me.
Well, the ones you saw probably were at the time. I had a run,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got tired, and running's hard.
And of course, we go to commercial break after the Tonga twins make their appearance.
Of course we do. That's okay, because I need this commercial break again.
Wow, you got so excited to see me. You have to pee. Good boy.
That's 2 for him.
Bladder's as good as his football team. I mean, they're both weak. This team is so confusing. You don't have really a healthy nor a good quarterback right now, but you don't just let your running back go.
Right?
I mean, honestly, asking a guy to get me 21 fantasy points isn't a big ask.
I missed the football game last night.
I didn't care about it because I wanted both teams to not win, but I also didn't want a tie. Because ties in football really mess you up in the standings more than anything. So just a clean win and loss is fine. And I think too, as a Saints fan, it's Falcons and Bucks as who you hate the most. So
yeah.
Didn't really
Well, to be fair, I kind of wasn't interested in watching the Bucks and Falcons either. I was more interested in finally being able to watch TNA Impact for the first time in almost 10 years yesterday.
I mean, from what I heard, though, the game was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Especially with OT and whatever.
Well, to be fair, when I realized that TNA Impact wasn't a live Impact, it was actually just a Best of Bound for Glory, I probably could have tuned over to watch the game. But at the same time, I'm like, I really should get caught up on my TNA wrestlers and learn who they are.
I mean...
Well, who the ones who haven't shown up on NXT are, you know?
I feel like you should know that just in general if you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know, take for instance Josh Alexander, right? I've only maybe seen a handful of matches of his, so I'm kind of still learning about who he is in the ring as opposed to who he is as a character.
I mean, the character, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you knew who he is. That's
yeah.
Oh yeah, my phone is like a good 10 seconds above my laptop.
Huh. Welcome back, OMD.
Thank you.
If you'd be a pitcher, we'd call you a relief pitcher.
Yep, except I have no reason to pay attention to baseball anymore.
I mean, did you before?
Well, my Astros were in the playoffs.
Oh, they got eliminated?
Yeah, Tigers swept them.
I totally forgot about the wild card was going on. I've just cared about football just because I mean, preseason hockey nobody cares for unless you're like a super like puck nerd. But
well, I did my Yahoo Fantasy draft last night.
What pick did you have first? Before you even say anything, what pick did you have?
I had the 4th pick, but I was late getting in, so I started in the 2nd round and auto-drafted Kucherov.
Okay, that's a good pick.
Then the guy that got the 5th pick got Matthews.
Your league doesn't count playoffs, do they?
I have no idea.
I heard like a great idea for a fantasy football league that I love. It's an 18-team league.
Right?
And if you're the lowest scoring team after the league, you're out, like you're eliminated, and everyone on your team becomes a free agent.
I heard about that, the Guillotine League.
Yeah, I want to do one, like badly. And knowing my luck, I'll put up like an absolute like egg in week 1.
Right. So my team, I've got Braden Point.
Point and Kucherov? Okay.
I drafted Point. I got Braden Point, Tage Thompson.
You said you were there at the 2nd pick, so you'd only miss 1 pick, and you already told me who that was.
Yep. Tage Thompson, Jake Gensel.
Man, you just went all out on the Lightning, didn't you?
Yep. Lucas Raymond.
Victor Hedman. Nikolai Habibulin.
No, Barzal.
Vincent Leclerc.
I even did it. I drafted Charlie McAvoy. Yes, I drafted a Bruin.
Well, I mean, he has cup experience.
Devon Taves.
That's a good pick. That's just like a sneaky good pick for a defenseman.
Just for you, Matthias Ekholm.
That's another good pick. I mean, both like okay, just all of a sudden, imagine that defense pairing.
And Sean Walker. Bo Horvat. Brandon Hagel. And Jake DeBrusk. And for my goalies, I've got Saros, Allmark, and Bennington.
Did you take Askarov, who's no longer employed?
No, I didn't.
Did you hear?
No.
He got cut from San Jose.
Oh, Jesus. So they sent him to the AHL?
I have no idea. But if you got like just cut, and they're just like going to move him, oh God, Oilers.
Right?
Giddy up. I'd rock with him and Rodriguez in the minors. Oh, I totally forgot it's a ladder match. I am so happy that this isn't the match I get to see. I totally forgot the card.
That's literally why I said you picked the right match to come to show up on.
But you missed the greatest dumpster match of all time.
I'm not going to make a joke about that, but I mean, I'm assuming Michin won.
Yes.
Yeah.
As she should, because there would be nothing more funny than the visual of Chelsea Greene dumping off all this garbage on her in the dumpster.
Oh, the visual was totally hilarious.
Yeah.
I just want to see her with like a real Slammy award win because I think she is the female Owen Hart.
Yep. Oh, I 1000% agree on that one.
Actually, she's funny. She's funnier like as a character than Owen, because Owen was taken serious a lot as a wrestler. I don't think Chelsea is, and that's just because of how funny she is.
Yeah. No, I put her as the female R-Truth.
At the same time, though, Truth knows when to get serious. You know.
Yeah.
Well, so does Chelsea at times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the visual they left us with of Chelsea, I said I want to see them do a slight alteration and take her back to the hot mess character.
I mean, she probably will do a variation of that. No, I just want to see her with Tiffany Stratton and Pretty Deadly, and just have this like we don't take them serious faction that somehow they just win championships. Yeah,
right.
All right, so the theory of main event tag match. Do we see new champs?
No.
Where is this? Where is SmackDown?
Nashville.
I have a feeling Dawkins might retrieve the titles.
Really?
And that's a very specific call.
Yes.
Is he a Nashville boy?
See, I don't know. I know he's a new dad now.
Yep.
Yeah, well, so is Logan Paul.
Nobody's talking about Logan Paul.
Right?
Well, I am.
We are talking about the tag team title ladder match.
Hey, topic. Do you want to meet Chris Best? Yeah. Hi, Chris Best. How are you?
Yeah.
Okay, when I am trying to keep us on topic, there's something really wrong.
We were both on topic, and then all of a sudden, Captain Misdirection comes into play.
Not really a misdirection. You were talking about new dads, so
That's dude. Even Armstrong is saying that's a stretch. Thank you. That's a dated reference.
yeah, that was a very dated reference.
Yeah, well, we're all old, so we got it.
Yeah.
And Leeds coming in. Our truth comes in and tries to get someone over the top.
Yeah, just keep in mind I am a little bit older this weekend too. So
Yes. Oh, I know. It shows. I'm just kidding.
And before I forget, since I'm not going to be able to do it tomorrow, Mr. Parrish, please wish Memphis a very happy birthday from Uncle OMD.
I will. He will go like blah 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 blah. Probably. It was so funny because he was playing with coffee pods when I got home, and I walk in, and as soon as I open the door, he says something because he knows. And then I was like, "You're not gonna go over there?" I'm like, "No, he's gonna wait till I come over there and hand me a pod." I walk over there, and then a pod right away, and I'm like, "I know my kid."
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he gives me another one. I'm like, "See, now I just really love him." And then I just gave him back. And then he looks at me, he smiles, and he takes both back in one hand like a savage.
Definitely something he gets from his dad.
Oh, yeah. All right, since I got all of this. Oh, Twitter, you're just doing me well.
Why? What's going on the Twitter feed?
Oh, as soon as I open up, there's a photo with Tony Khan and Dave Meltzer. And we can only imagine what kind of comments come from that.
Yeah.
And then has a video of them wheeling down the dumpster, and somebody's like, Chris Jericho making his first WWE entrance in 6 years. The learning tree is back. Fire emoji. Love it. Oh, Chelsea Greene and Deadly actually, ironically, did have a segment. That's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of the heel tag teams are the ones that told her she stunk.
Well, I mean, who doesn't want Chelsea Greene and Piper Niven to be babyface?
At this point, I'm fully ready for them to turn babyface. Because even Piper Niven was having some fun out there tonight, and it was friggin' hilarious.
Oh my god, I wonder if Carl's going to grab the new Funko Pop on WWEshop.com.
I said that earlier.
He did. He did.
I'm not even a Funko Pop fan, but when you have something like that, that's good.
And it's more than likely going to be a collector's like limited edition type figure. I didn't see anything about if that was the case for that figure.
It's WWEshop.com, though. I'm sure they'll and Fanatics exclusive. I'm sure they'll have a decent amount made.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
What's the price on it?
More than you could afford, pal.
Probably.
No, I quoted Fast and Furious right there.
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.
Smoke them.
Yep.
I saw that meme yesterday.
It's actually a pretty good match so far.
Yes, it is.
I mean, would we expect
why are
anything
the
less
Street-
out of these 6?
But why are the Street Profits wearing Bengals colors?
Who day?
Yeah, who day?
No. Isn't one of them a Bengals fan though?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, Dawkins is a big Bengals fan.
Yeah. Do the Titans play in Nashville?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was wondering what that was, that vignette we saw earlier that said coming soon.
Motor City Machine Guns. Sorry.
Yep.
No, when you go on Twitter,
I
didn't
see the whole vignette, so
Neither did I. That's again like all you see is like that. So it's kind of funny that at one point you were thinking, okay, maybe they're going to go to NXT, and had WWE been able to get the Lucha Bros, they wouldn't have been in NXT. They would have gone straight up to the roster. Looks like the Machine Guns are going straight up to the roster.
That's not a bad move either, you know?
No, because we have to look at, given their age too, like how many years do they have? Like, I'm sure probably 5 to 6 at the least. But
yeah.
I mean, you want that spent at the main like.
Well, it was like as we saw with the opening promo and the return of AJ Styles to start the night.
Who is apparently injured his ankle already.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's an angle though.
Yeah.
So we were wondering who else could you potentially move into the U.S. title picture, because the match was if Mello won, he was getting a U.S. title shot. And I did suggest to Best, I said, do we bring up Ethan Page, who's got, 18 years experience in the business?
I don't think so, because I think you need these guys to carry the NXT banner on CW, and Ethan Page is perfect for that. I think if Shinsuke Nakamura is able to come back, that's a name you can put in.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, like any one of these people.
See, I suggested Jacob for Cody, but yeah, Solo definitely.
SmackDown has a deep roster already.
Could we not necessarily split them up, but could you see Gargano or Ciampa go after the title?
I'd like
somewhere
to
down
see
the-
that. I like to see them actually get a real shot with the tag titles. I thought they got kind of the short end of the stick with their reign.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
I mean, I personally would like them to win this match today.
Yeah.
But last time I thought they were going to win a match was against the Profits, and they lost it, and that was for that number one contendership. So, I don't know. Plus, for whatever reason, I just have a feeling Dawkins is going to get something. They haven't done a lot with the Profits lately.
No.
And then usually that just means that they'll do something with the Profits now.
And I remember them saying a couple weeks back that it had been a couple of years since they won a championship.
Yep.
However, I can also see Bloodline winning, and it's a great starting point for the Machine Guns. Because who better to get the shot to get the next shot than the team called the Machine Guns against a team that used to be part of a Bullet Club?
Yep.
I love that analogy.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Montez Ford.
I like how he quickly fixed that because you could tell he was going for like a blockbuster off of that.
Well, he did, but what he's doing, he did enough to get the move off, but he also did enough to know that, hey, if I do it, I'm probably not going to allow my opponent to land safely. So does that.
Mm-hmm.
I was more commenting on when Dawkins clearly asked if he was okay.
Yeah.
And then he just went to the ground for like that split second and then moved back. And I was like, terrific.
Oh.
I love it. Just
BFAB's got some in-ring training, right?
training.
Very,
Yes.
very little. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got like 2 matches of experience, but
Well, there we go. We got some DIY and BFAB teamwork going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that did.
yep.
Oh, this is incredibly smart by DIY. We'll just hold a guy on the ladder so the other guy can take the big leap. In a ladder match? Great job, DIY.
Right.
Oh. Jessica, move out of the way, man. Come on. love how the Shield power bomb is like a thing now.
Right?
Yeah. I gotta say, this is some smart wrestling from DIY in this match.
Mm-hmm. Sitting in the danger zone.
That's Kenny Rogers is the gambler. Kenny Loggins is the danger zone. Come on, man.
I know. I just wanted to say danger zone. I've been watching some Archer lately.
It's not a bad show to binge, but every time I think of Kenny Rogers, I think of Will Sasso on Mad TV.
Hey, look at that. Somebody's smart enough to hold the ladder down, and it's not the official. Dude, what? Like, why? Go on a step. With the amount of botches you've had so far? That's why? Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Not gonna lie, I was really hoping that when they push that ladder, it was just gonna bounce back up. Now, with the way they kind of smashed the titles, I'm like, okay, there's been other teams before them that've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Notably, like teams like the Revival. But Gallows and Anderson have done the same thing. Part of me is wondering if, say AJ isn't hurt and he's back, and they want to bring him back with Gallows and Anderson. If Roman is to turn on Cody, what happens if we have Bloodline versus WWE's version of the Bullet Club at War Games?
I could get
AJ, good brothers.
I could actually get behind that.
Could you pull Finn out of Judgment Day for a one-nighter?
Do you need Finn?
I don't think you need Finn because I think Finn and Damien continues after the PLE. But it would be interesting if Finn somehow found his way in.
Yep. You want to know something, though? Is outside of that one promo package, no Cody, no Roman tonight on SmackDown. And it wasn't needed.
No.
No, to be honest, I think their story has been told and will finish and will be continued to be told tomorrow.
Good night, Leeds.
Good night, Leeds.
Hey, Leeds.
And we didn't get Solo until like the last 30 seconds anyways.
Right?
But the question now I have is, we saw Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa do it on their own. Can we see the same out of Solo and Jacob tomorrow night?
Okay, but I'll answer you with this. How often in the original Bloodline did we see the Usos be forced to do it on their own, yet when people like Roman fought, that wasn't the task at hand?
That's true, too.
But bam. You're like, damn it, Parrish.
Yep.
I mean, both questions are valid still, but...
Mine was a question. Mine was an answer.
Yeah.
Like, shut up, Parrish.
Yeah, all in all, though, this was an entertaining SmackDown. It was a fine go-home show. OMD, what did you think about the show? No, I'm not giving you 1 minute. I'm asking you a question. Answer it.
Bite my shiny metal ass. No,
thank you.
This was
How old are you?
On Sunday. I'm 46.
Are you sure?
No. The senility's kicking in. That might be 64.
Yeah, 67 would be funnier. But anyway, answer the question.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fantastic show. It was a barn burner, a fantastic go-home show, one of the best I've seen in a long time leading into a PLE.
Yeah, the one thing I'm actually surprised about is, I mean, maybe with the exception of the stuff between AJ and Mello, is we didn't see anything that looked past the pay-per-view or the PLE. Parrish, your thoughts on the main event that you came in to see?
Well, I thought the show as a whole was pretty solid. It felt like it was just a PLE worthy type show from what I saw. But no, I mean, I obviously read what went on, so I'm aware of what you guys saw. I just didn't actually visually see everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't think you really needed necessarily all this. Let's get ready for tomorrow. You're either going to watch it or not. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. And they did what they had to do just to remind you, oh, yeah, Bad Blood's tomorrow. Go check it out this time and blah, blah, blah. But what they did do is they want to showcase the rest of the crew that they have. And when you mentioned no Roman, no Cody, and this is why, though, right? Because after Bad Blood, if Roman does take a little bit of time off before he does, like, I know he's scheduled or whatever for every episode till like December, but if there is times where you have to do shows without a Cody, without a Roman or something like that, you need to know, all right, what is the rest of the guys like? Are they capable? You know, we believe so, but okay, let's put them to the test now. Let's see what our numbers are when they're the ones that people are watching. Then I think it just gives them that added experience. And with the 2 hours, I mean, we're going to find this very much on Raw coming up. You're going to see people not on shows because they need to give this time to other people. And Michin, Chelsea Greene had ample time in a match that was advertised, a match that was unique, a match we haven't seen in a while, and something that mattered. We're seeing stuff with the women's title mattered. We're seeing angles kind of keep going. We're seeing a return with AJ Styles. So yeah, we didn't get like the top 2 draws, but we saw a lot in this episode. So even though we saw 2 hours, we saw a lot of detail on SmackDown tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot to unwrap with this show. I mean, we've got AJ now inserting himself into the United States title picture. We didn't even see Andrade in that segment. Now that I think about it,
we didn't,
and we thought we were going to see him.
You're muted now. He's muted and we cannot
He is.
hear him. He's probably fixing his microphone. But
Now he's frozen.
my to kind of go from there, I think at some point we're gonna have to see the conclusion of Andrade and Carmelo. And
Yes.
then now with the inclusion of AJ, which let's not forget, AJ and LA Knight have history with each other.
They do. And
So-
AJ alluded to that.
Yeah.
Now, I did suggest another name that could potentially be inserted into the U.S. title feud, and that is potentially they bring Penta in early.
Well, they can't. He's under contract. They've added injury time on his contract as well.
Oh, okay.
It's just for Phoenix, it's a longer amount.
Yeah.
It's closer to a year for Phoenix, and I'm assuming. I'm only assuming. I don't know anything. From what I heard, it's close to a year with Phoenix, and I'm going to guess probably 3 to 4 months, maybe add or subtract a month for Penta. I think Penta could be either a Rumble or smartly done right after Mania debut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of in that same boat now with Penta. Yeah, Paris, you basically covered what I was going to state. So
I got you.
You've gotten very echoey and hollow again on your microphone, Mr. Beck.
Yeah, man. I don't know why, but I thought of Echo the Dolphin when he said that. That's a random reference, but
yes, very random reference.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think what we're seeing now is just depth into the show, and I think that's something that when SmackDown does eventually go to 3 hours, I think that this is why we're seeing what we're seeing too, is that when it does go to 3 hours, more time is going to be allotted to certain people. And again, we're talking the U.S. title. Best, you mentioned him, the new father that had to be said at the time. But Logan Paul, we haven't seen him lately. Where does he fit in? Does he want his U.S. title back? Is he going to want a rematch with LA Knight? Does he get involved in any of this? He's also said in the past he wants to be more of a day-to-day player instead of just a utility guy. So that's the name that we have to think about as well. And so when we see all of this, I think, again, like when they come in 3 hours, we're going to have to, we're getting used to the depth right now. So by the time the 3 hours come, they're not playing, oh yeah, this is who this person is. You're now enjoying the whole 3 hours with detailed backstories, detailed backgrounds. We don't have to know the who and the why. We just get to understand the because.
Yeah. And on that note, I think it's time we pass out them socials, starting with you, Mr. Parrish.
Yeah, you can check out my link tree. That's down below. That includes that beautiful verified X account. Yeah, baby. And then you can be one of the thousands of people on Instagram. I would appreciate that. But yeah, go check out all the Facebook, the Twitch, and the YouTube for the Chris Parrish podcast, which comes in at 12:15 p.m. Eastern time on a Sunday with episode 44, where I have no idea what I'll talk about. Obviously, probably some bad blood. I know I'm ranking some Ring of Honor championships on who I think is going to be the next champion. So come check out that. And then by chance, if you just want some good tasting drinks, go check out Rogue Energy and use my promo code Parrish at checkout. Saves you 10%. And if you use it a lot, you can help me get affiliate and you can save more money. And that would be a beautiful thing.
All right. And Mr. OMD.
People, as you can see, I'm going to copy out borrow a line from Parrish. It's scrolling on the ticker. Linktree/OMD show. linktr.ee/OMD show.
All right, and you guys can find me at my link tree as well, lanktr.ee/Chris_best83. And on that note, Mr. OMD, what are those famous words we like to go out on?
Well, with that being said, Mr. Best, in the immortal words of Carl Carafel, our fearless leader, the world is a scary place, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of each other. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios, the Boar's Nest, and CBRS Entertainment, good night, good luck, we out.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack. You're just